Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. It is time for some more The Clone Wars. This is Season 7, Episode 2, titled A Distant Echo, and that is obviously referring to the character of Echo and the information we got from the first episode that he might be alive. So that's really, really interesting, and still looking so much forward to this season. I know this episode or this reaction is a little late by the time it drops, or by the time you're watching it. Episode 3 has probably already dropped, but I will do my best to pick up the slack and get back on track. But if you guys are keeping an eye on our community tab, you would know that we are going on a little adventure very soon to LA and Japan and all sorts of exciting stuff there. But that means that when we are traveling, we can't really record anything new. But we are watching a lot of stuff before we go. But the Clone Wars, I can't watch. I can't just binge this season before I go because it's not out yet. It's only once a week, as you all know. So while we're traveling, I'm probably gonna put the Clone Wars on a little break, and then when we come back, and we're gonna come back around the middle of April, then I'm gonna resume watching and hopefully pick up the slack once again and get back on track with all of you guys. So yeah, that's just a little info for you guys here up top. But I'm done talking now. I just want to watch this episode and then, of course, talk about it afterwards. What's everything that's going down, and two quick things actually before we start. I know, keep talking, but I made a little mistake in the last video about Admiral Trench, where I did not remember that that we did see him after he supposedly died. We saw him very shortly or he had a very short cameo in the first episode of Season 6. So, my mistake. Sorry, guys. And the last thing is, of course, if you like to watch, or if you would like to watch our full-length reactions for the Clone Wars and all the other shows that we are doing, then you can check out our Patreon page. The link is down in the description below. Okay, that's it. Without further ado, here we go. The search for truth begins with belief. Conspiracy. This is the shot that we got from Celebration.
Stuff isn't completely behind this mission.
Just remember the primary goal is to learn how the Separatists are predicting our strategy, whether it's Echo behind it or not.
Sounds like a trap. But me and the boys will tag along anyway. If only to say I told you so.
Just make sure you're ready if we get the go-ahead from General Kenobi. First, we have that thing to do.
Hey, what thing?
You know?
We don't have time for that, sir.
The thing?
We do. Come on, Rex, I'm late as it is.
Late for what? Rex standing guard? Oh. It's probably gonna have something to do with Padme.
You're late again.
Padme, I'm so sorry. We didn't anticipate the Outer Rim sieges would last this long.
You thought you could bring a swift end to the conflict single-handedly.
Yeah.
So Rex knows about this? The relationship between the two of them? Oh, and there's Obi-Wan. He knows as well, though.
What is it?
Obi-Wan is coming.
There's something else.
It's Rex. I'm worried he's letting his personal feelings drive him too much on this mission.
I wonder where he learned that.
What's going on here?
Oh, nothing, sir. I was just waiting for the General. General?
You'll have to do better than that, Captain.
When you throw caution to the wind and take chances, where is he?
Right beside me.
Every time.
Then maybe that's where you should be for him, Annie. I love you, Annie.
I love you too.
She's starting to look visibly pregnant.
Well,
Here you go, Rex. Oh, and try not to break it again.
About this mission. The council thinks...
That it's a good idea? I agree.
I hope you at least told Padme I said hello.
The music cues. Fucking chills. Poor gun droid. Whoa. Fucking Pandora now or something?
my intel says the Poltecs worship flying reptiles.
What the heck was that?
Flying reptile.
Hold that thing up by shit. Hold on. Don't just run out there.
And then you run out there.
Look out, Rex!
Whoa. Ah.
I'll handle this.
Whoa.
What are you doing? Going for a ride?
Well, that's the way to do it. One way to do it. Use a jetpack.
Okay, I think we're gonna have a slight communication problem here.
Should have brought a protocol droid. Some sort of translator droid.
We're going in. But remember what the general said. No casualties, disarm only.
Right slide.
Tech, translate what he said.
Oh, you can do it. Great.
He does not want our war on his planet. That is why he took our leader. He will provide us with scouts and lead us to Tambor City. From there, we're on our own.
Nice.
Any help is better than no help.
The Techno-Union has corporate neutrality. From what I have seen, that would not matter to these Republic operatives.
Hope nobody's scared of heights.
Well, I'm not scared of nothing. I got a problem with gravity.
Speaking of problems, I am no longer picking up Echo's signal. I don't understand. Maybe they sent the signal to lure us into a trap. And maybe your friend's actually dead. I don't blame you. I would have left him for dead too. Besides, he's just another rig.
That was ill-advised.
Pick on someone not your size.
You'll be a whole lot smaller when
Someone
I'm
not
through
your
with you.
size.
That's enough! I want to talk to my captain alone.
I've watched so many of my brothers fall during this war, and I try not to hang on to any one of them. But that changed when I heard that Separatist transmission.
If for some reason you're wrong.
Then I'll deal with it. Yeah, it's a lift. Well, we already knew that.
Wait. A lift?
Don't worry, Wrecker. I'll hold your hand.
Hey, cut it out, Sarge. Just give me some droids to crush.
Yeah, that's some lift.
Blasting, no blowing things up. Nobody knows we're here.
Whoa, what kind of droids are those? Why?
So much for stealth.
Doesn't seem like these guys, they do stealth. Ever.
Sorry. I just got excited.
You don't say. I like how they're doing a lot of these action scenes with minimal music or no music.
The signal is only traceable during data transmissions. So until Echo dispenses more intel, I cannot pick up the signal.
Search every door. If someone finds Echo, contact the others. We go in together.
Grab your weapons. You are surrounded.
Ah, it appears the signal is back. It's from up ahead. There.
Remember
open this
what
door.
Anakin said.
What temple?
Your algorithm predicted nearly every move you made to infiltrate her home.
We know you're holding a prisoner of war here.
Your friend is dead. His mind is ours.
Liar.
Execute them.
So cool. This might be
Open that door!
new droids, but they still can't hit anything.
Find what you're looking for, Captain. I don't like the look of this.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, that does not look like he's alive. Like, not really.
We have to get to the shuttle to escape the Citadel. Now, I'll go first. Echo. Now, Echo. Rex, you came back for me. Yes, I did. You're safe now. Just sit tight, Trooper. You're going home.
They found him, and he was alive. Yep. He's not really in a good shape or anything, but alive. So that was episode 2 of season 7, A Distant Echo. And I really hope they're going to be able to, you know, get him off of this base. And yeah, he's probably never going to be ready for like fighting again. He's gonna be discharged, even though that is, when you're talking about the clones and the clone army, them being discharged, because yeah, it's they are real people with real feelings, but it's just how the galaxy is viewing them, and probably the politicians and everybody except for the majority of the Jedi, they don't really view them as actual humans. So they would probably argue, or a lot of people would probably argue, that instead of just discharging Echo and trying to give him some semblance of a normal life, they would just be like, no, we're just gonna put him down, or like turn him off like a droid or something. But I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope. But first, they do have to get him off this base, of this planet. And there's gonna be some complications for sure. But he is alive, and he's not really. They're just using his mind because he was hooked up to some sort of machine. So just reading off of his mind, and that's how they're getting this algorithm they're talking about, where they can predict the strategies of the Republic and the clones and all that. So, but his mind is definitely scrambled, because it seemed like he still thought he was on the Citadel there for a moment at least. And I would like to see some sort of flashback if they're gonna do that. Probably not, but just to show us like what really went down at the Citadel when we thought he was dead, and then he survived, but he clearly got injured like a lot, because he has robotic legs and missing some of his arm as well. There was some sort of robotic feature there too. So yeah, he's definitely not in the best of shape. But this was a real entertaining episode. It was kind of straightforward, just a rescue mission, but we got the Bad Batch. We got Rex, of course, because he's kind of the drive in this arc, because he's the one who has who really wants to rescue Echo, and he's tired of losing his troops, which is very understandable, because they're not just his troops, it's his family. So very understandable. And then we have the Bad Batch, of course. They're all really growing on me, and they're a great addition to this to the roster of clone troopers in this series. And once again, Dee Bradley Baker is just doing such a great job voicing each and every one of these clones. Just the way they're fighting, their offensive style and capabilities. It is very aggressive, but it's so great to look at, because it's the way it's shot. And I mentioned about the music as well at times where there's no music at all during action scenes, and it just kind of lends some sort of roughness to it, or it makes it more gritty in a sense. They can be very rough while they are killing these droids, because it is just droids, so they can lose limbs and they can kill them in very creative ways, and they are. So that's there's definitely going to be more of that, but it's really well made, and you can see once again that the production value has it's gotten a little notch in the right direction there, and especially with the facial animations and just the little details between characters when they're just giving each other certain looks, like between Anakin and Rex before going in and talking to Padme. And that was a real interesting scene as well, because how many actually knows about this relationship between Padme and Anakin? Because it seems like Rex is definitely, he knows, and he's even covering for Anakin. And Obi-Wan knows, of course. They're not talking about it or anything, but he did get the opportunity to get a little stinger there to Anakin with just next time tell Padme I said hi or something. And Anakin is like, yeah, I know you know, but we're not gonna talk about it. That's which they probably should, because we know what's gonna happen, and it is sad to think of everything here and knowing what's gonna happen between these characters. But one thing that the Clone Wars has always done for me is just making the character of Anakin Skywalker and the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan this very brotherly relationship, just highlighting that so much more, and you get Anakin as a character way more in this series, and they just continue to do a very good job with that. But yeah, I think that's probably it from me for this episode. And if there's anything I forgot, then mention it in the comments, and I'll hopefully talk about it next time around. And I will hopefully also be able to catch up a little bit before we go on our little journey, and then come back and then catch up again, and all that I said up top. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you very soon. May the force be with you always. Bye.